So, some of you probably don't know this, but I live on what I thought was a relatively quiet street. I moved here in 2014 because my old flat was much too big for me. Um, there's currently what may be an ongoing situation on my street right now. Um, what's actually happened is, let's have a bit of a story time here. Um, I heard some shouting out of outside my flat. I live on like the ground floor of where I live, so I heard this shouting. So I grabbed my keys, went out to look at what was going on. I paused what I was watching because I was watching the updated Lost in Space on Netflix from season 1 again. But I heard this shouting, so I went outside initially just in these dramas, which are drama shorts, so I was getting cold. Um, so apparently what's happened is one of my neighbours has these two dogs. These dogs apparently are meant to have muzzles on them, but apparently they haven't got their muzzles on because the person doesn't know where the muzzles are. So basically, I'm not giving any names or anything like that. So neighbour A hit that neighbour A's dogs have apparently attacked neighbour B's dogs and also possibly neighbour B and bitten them. So um, the police have been called, and a number of us have just been outside uh, to address this situation. Apparently, this is not the first time that neighbour A's dogs have attacked, but either dogs or people, and they are meant to be muzzled, and they're not. So, the current situation is that a policeman has been here. This poor policeman has been here all by himself, and something is going to have to happen because if your dog is considered to be dangerous because it has attacked both people and other animals before and has been reported to have happened, then if you are not capable of actually looking after your dog or making sure that your dog is safe, then you shouldn't really have the dog. So I am in agreement with my other neighbours that have expressed this, that this person should not have the dogs anymore, basically, um, because if the dogs have attacked other people's dogs and other people. So pretty much at the moment what's happened is quick story time on this. I went out because I heard the shouting, and when I went out I've witnessed that these two dogs don't actually have these muzzles on that they're supposed to have. And I saw one of the dogs, um, it may have been one of his dogs, it may not, just wander off on its own back towards um the flat, and the other one I think he still had hold of on a lead. But this dog has apparently bitten someone on the arm and attacked this Alsatian dog, um, which I don't think had done anything. I wasn't witness to that part, but I did see that the dogs were over in the direction where this was supposed to have happened, and one of my neighbours obviously has been able to see that this happened from their position in my block of flats. So the situation is we've all been out there. I put my jeans on and my dressing gown that my mum got me, and we've all been out there. There has been a little bit of heated discussion and threats of like violence towards this particular person because of his dogs and what his dogs have done to people. This poor policeman is all by himself. We've all basically said that if his dogs are dangerous, that his dogs need to be taken away. There's been accusations of drug use having been done, and some people obviously have been drinking because it's the Christmas period, but they're not wrong in the belief that if this man cannot look after his dogs run loose and attack people and stuff, not just necessarily on the street, but off the street as well. If you're not a responsible dog owner or a responsible pet owner, I personally am reconsidering the whole idea of ever having a dog while I live on this street if there's animals, well, dogs that attack other dogs, because how would I be able to safely take a dog for a walk without um like coming and finding that my dog was attacked? So yeah, so what's happened is the policeman said that because he's on his own, he can't just go into the property and take the dogs himself because he's putting himself at risk without having the correct protective equipment on him, on his person, or a hoop or anything to take the dogs. But basically, apparently this dog has attacked small dogs, has attacked other people and things. So, today, in case you don't know, is actually the very first day of January 2020, and it's currently 17 minutes past 8 in the evening, and I spent the last, like an hour, half an hour, whatever, with this situation ongoing, with heated words being exchanged, and I basically just turned around and agreed alongside the police officer and other neighbours that we should all just go back into our flats, those of us that have been drinking and those of us that haven't, and just let the situation die down until like the proper dog warden people can be contacted. Um, about this month's animals, but if I haven't recorded any of the stuff that went down, but full disclosure was given by myself to the person responsible for the dog and to one of my neighbours that I do have a camera on my phone, and if anything went down, like any acts of violence or anything like that, I would be able to record it because obviously that would be evidence and stuff for the police. Um, so hopefully everyone's going to stay inside now and no further incidents are going to go on tonight. But as I said, it's only like, what, 20 past 8 at night, so who knows what's going to happen with people having been drinking and stuff. So we're welcome to 2020. We're only at the end of the first day and there's already drama happening on my street. So that's just my story time for today, and I will see you all possibly tomorrow. Who knows? Bye.
Unfortunately.
Hello there. I don't know if you can hear me or not because I'm in the Mallard with my mum, my brother, and Anthony. I know it's a bit of an awkward angle, and I shall show you what I've actually bought while I'm in town today later on when I'm at home, where it's quieter because I can't really show you in here because it's noisy and stuff, and there's people around, and they're probably going to look at me really weird like they usually do when I'm filming. I'm using my phone because I can't be bothered to get my camera out just to film the whilst I came into town. I'm currently having a cola. I've just had some mac cheese. Yes, there is a baby crying in the background, but don't worry about that. Waiting for Anthony to decide that he's going to film something for YouTube or Facebook like he usually does when I've been filming. So got my new top on, but I'm not advertising the company, that's why you can't see what it says on it. Actually, it was very cold when I was stood at the bus stop, despite the fact that it's a fluffy hoodie, so that didn't really help. But I'm going to go now, and I shall see you later to show you what I've bought, and tomorrow to continue my first week of 2020. So bye for now. As promised, what I said when I was in town, I will show you what I bought today while I was in town. So anybody who doesn't know, there's a YouTuber who used to go by the name Nudarella, who's called Connie Glynn. And she has written a series of books called The Rosewood Chronicles. I've read the first book, and currently it's on loan to my son's fiance, but today I went and picked up the second and third book in the series. I've got them both in hardback because I've got the original in hardback. It screws are shaking and stuff. I'm filming it on the laptop. So the second book in this series is called Princess in Practice. So this is following on from Undercover Princess, and as you can see, it's by Connie Glynn and is part of the Rosewood Chronicles. Look at that image, that is really good, very artistic. And then the third book in the series, I don't know if there's going to be more than 3. I'm assuming there might be, but until I get to the end of these books, I couldn't tell you whether or not it ends on a cliffhanger or not. This one is called The Lost Princess, and is the third book in the Rosewood Chronicles series. So I am looking forward to reading those. The other thing that I went off and did, I was with my mum and my brother while I was in town, and we sat near the Build-A-Bear shop, and I'd been in a couple of days beforehand, and I now have, this is the currently unclothed Elsa bear, or Elsa inspired bear from Frozen 2. You can get the Frozen and Frozen 2, and I think possibly Frozen 3 outfits. So this one is Elsa. And then I have this one, which obviously is Anna. They do have certificates as well, but basically this one's Anna. Obviously, like I said, they don't have clothes yet, but they will have clothes at some point, so that's pretty much what I got when I was in town today. I'm wearing my hoodie. It says Disney on it, but obviously not sponsored in any way. This is not an advert, so I'm down low so you can't see the logo or anything, but this is one of the things that I got when I was in town. Previously, in the before New Year's Eve and stuff, basically I went and got this and some socks and whatnot, but pretty much I've shown you what I got in town today. As I said, it's the 2nd of January 2020, so it's 2020 now, and I just thought I'd film some stuff, what I've been up to this week. Sorry if there's no out and about, but it's very, very difficult for me to film out and about because the shopping centre, the pub that we went to on the Build-A-Bear shop all play music, which I think is to prevent people from being able to film. So I will see you all hopefully tomorrow. Bye for now.
Hello, I am walking to town to go and sort out the problem with the bank, and that apparently my medication isn't ready, which is not great because I have a grand total of 2 pills, so I'm hoping it'll be ready next week. I'm having an issue because apparently PayPal won't transfer my money into my other bank account, so this is why I am walking to town. I don't know, other than my ID, what my bank here will need, because my other bank is in Sheffield and I don't have any money to get there, ironically. So basically I was walking, there's an 82 across the road and I can't get on it because I can't get to my money, and my mum has gone and met her friends in the marketplace. So basically this is me walking past the hospital over the road with my failed attempt at dyeing my hair silver because I'm an idiot and tried to do it over green. So welcome to the 4th of January 2020, and Jane is a complete idiot in the first week of 2020. I will probably see you later or tomorrow. Bye bye. Hello. I don't know if you can hear me. I'm just in Costa at the minute. I have been to the bank and I have got to wait for my bank card to come through. Got everything sorted with them. Don't ever give your details out to somebody if you're not 100% sure who it is. Because even if you think it's one of your friends, it could turn out that they've been hacked and you've basically given your bank details to somebody that it isn't actually them. So word of warning to all my subscribers and friends and family from my YouTube account, never ever 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 give out by direct message in any way, shape or form your sort code or account number to anyone unless you can 100% guarantee that you can trust them, because you don't know whether or not their Facebook Messenger has been hacked and you could be like putting yourself at risk of fraud. So that's that situation sorted out. Since it's how she sat to my left, I'm going to say thanks to Mum for buying me a drink. I didn't even know they still had ginger lattes in Costa, so I had a coconut and vanilla one the other day because I didn't know they still had them because I didn't bother to ask. But I'm going now because I've got other situations that I need to sort out and I'm going to have to speak to the job centre at some point, which will be fun. Bye! An insight into my life right now for YouTube. I have just had to walk away from an argument that has started based on what happened last night. So having sorted my bank situation out, we're still only now 4 days into the new year and my family are arguing with each other, or two of my family are arguing with each other. For the sake of my own mental health, I cannot continue to be in the middle of a domestic, so I've basically left and I'm going back home. So that's my current situation right now, that I've just left them both together to do whatever the heck they want. Unfortunately, somebody had an accident on the escalator earlier on when I was walking this way and ended up needing an ambulance and stuff. So a good deed was done, and I was just trying to do a good deed and stuff. And just basically, my mental health just cannot take like all this crap anymore, so I basically took my memory foam trainers back, put my other shoes in my bag, and I'm just gonna walk to the interchange and then go home because I just cannot do it anymore. I just can't.
Hello, it's 8 minutes past 1 in the morning on the 5th of January 2020, also known as 2020, and I just wanted to, well, I didn't want to, but I am going to record this video at this time to say that I have now reached out to the local access team 3 times tonight. I have spoken to my friend Laura, I have spoken to my friend Darren, I have spoken to my mum, and I have sought advice from a lady at the access team who was more helpful than the person last night who told me to go for a walk around the block. Basically, the advice that she has given me is to get in contact with a place called Open Minds, which I have now done to try and get some structured counselling. I'm going to go to my doctor's on Monday to see whether or not my medication has been sorted out. Because I am feeling pretty broken right now, and I've had to speak to my best friend Laura and my close friend Darren and speak to my mum, because at this particular moment in time I am feeling as if my mental health is declining. I have a lot of stressful things going on at the moment. For example, I am on something called Universal Credit here in the UK, and after so many months of being in a particular category of Universal Credit, you get sent something called a work capability questionnaire, which I have sent back. It may not have as much information in it as I would like for it to have, but I am now going to be waiting for a work capability assessment medical, and may possibly be going into counselling, and also I had intended to be doing blocks of 7 days videos like 7 days each month to show my progress of things, but I don't know whether or not that will continue, because at the moment I'm needing to take care of my mental health and to get my medication sorted out and counselling sorted out, because I feel that if things continue to go the way that they are going, I am 40 this August, and I want to actually have a very good 40th year, and so far it's now the 5th day of 2020, and the first 4 days I've been full with conversations with police and misunderstandings, and just my mental health being put under strain trying to deal with so many things. And as my friend Darren said, I cannot help and peer support other people if my mental health is at such a bad state. It may not appear as if it is, because I smile and stuff in my video clips, that I need to have self-care. I need to deal with things that are going on right now, because I've already been in tears sat outside my flat tonight when I got back from visiting my friend and her partner and things, and I just do not feel that 2020 can continue to go how it's going. I don't know if other people are going to agree to sort out the issues that are going on with me, or if they are going to turn against me, but I would really like all this to be sorted out before August, because at the moment I have the support of my best friend Laura, my close friend Darren, the lady who was actually helpful and said that she'll send me the phone number for Rethink, and suggested me contacting Open Minds to get some structured counselling because of how bad things have got. The fact that I've left the support network that I did have for various reasons, but the way things are currently standing, if it wasn't for Laura and Darren and speaking to the lady at the crisis team and stuff, there's every possibility that I would end up having to go into the St. Cath's to get some help because the medication and the counselling may not be enough on their own, but if I can actually get that continued support of medication and counselling and things and try to get things sorted out with my home and my family situation and stuff, then I might actually get somewhere. But at the moment, I don't know if it's down to seasonal affective disorder or just in the fluctuation in regards to my mental health, the family situation, misunderstandings with friends, the stress of trying to deal with the bank situation and stuff like that. But everything that's happened in the first 4 days of this year is already taking a really, really like bad effect on my mental health, and I have had certain thoughts, including wanting to like drink, and resorting to comfort eating and things like that. And I know that it is a destructive path, and that all of the things that I had in my wellness recovery action plan, like doing my crocheting, watching things on Netflix and YouTube and all of that, none of it is actually in the long run going to help. And if I don't get the help now, then the whole, like, I feel like my family is going to fall apart. And I don't think that any one individual one of us, considering that trust in each other is being broken, we have all clearly been feeling that we can't be honest with each other, we can't tell each other the whole truth about things. It's not just me. I don't think that I'm the only one who's done things that make me look untrustworthy or anything like that. I think it's like all of us in this family have been doing and saying things that is ultimately going to tear us all apart, and I am willing to take my responsibility for the things that I've been doing and saying, but I'm not going to take on the responsibility and the blame of other people that need to take responsibility for their actions and the things that they've said, because as much as the things that I've done and said might be affecting their mental health, etc., it has to be appreciated that the things that they've said and done is affecting my mental health. And if we don't get this sorted now, then things are going to basically get ripped apart once again, and I am not willing to let that happen. So this is just my first video of today, possibly my last video of today. I wanted these videos to be a lot more positive than they are, but I shouldn't have got my hopes up that this year was going to start off in a good positive way, because it hasn't. And things have come out in a bad way that made me look like I'm the sole bad person in this situation, and I'm not. So that's just me being open and honest on my social media that this all needs to be sorted out now. and not necessarily with us all just sitting down together. We need some kind of independent, like, help to sort this out, because I don't think that we're going to get anywhere just trying to sort it out amongst ourselves. So thank you for listening. I'll see you hopefully soon. Bye.